We're just waiting for the Best of Breed Harrier. Best of Breed Harrier to come to the collecting ring, please. The Best of Breed from the Harrier ring. Ladies and gentlemen, we're almost ready to start, and before we see our Best of Breed winners in the Hound Group, it's my pleasure to introduce today's judge for the Hound Group. He's well known to you all, a household name in dogs. He's bred champions in Cocker Spaniels, Flatcoats, Vizslers, Irish Water Spaniels, and has won Best in Short Cruffs with a Vizsla. He awards CCs in 60 breeds across 4 groups. Please welcome our Hound Group judge at Blackpool this year, Mr. Murray Armstrong. And before we see the other Best of Breed winners, we have the pleasant duty of, for a lap of honour for the standard wire-haired Dachshund. She is withdrawing from group competition as she and the judge are close friends over many years and is doing the very honourable thing of a lap of honour. So thank you very much, Judith, and your standard wire Dachshund. Thank you very much. A very sporting gesture, very correct. And as he goes out, we can have the other Best of Breed winners coming in. Please welcome in the first of our Best of Breed winners, the Afghan, the Basenji, the Basset Hound, the Basset Fauve de Bretagne, the Grand Basset Griffon Vendien, the Beagle, the Borzoi, the Chineco Deletna, and the first of the Dachshunds, the standard long-haired variety, and the miniature long hair, followed by the smooth hair, and the, coming in next, the miniature wire, then the rather longer legs of the Deerhound. The Greyhound comes next, the Hamilton Stovare, the Harrier, the Irish Wolfhound comes next, then the Norwegian Elkhound, the Pharaoh Hound, the Rhodesian Ridgeback, the Saluki, and the Whippet. And from the Ibethan Hound, and from the Import Register. Thank you very much. So having had a look round the first view of the Best of Breed winners, forward comes the Afghan Hound, judged today by Mrs. D. Milligan Bott. She had 83 of them here, and her choice was this dog, number 1900, 1900. This is a sight hound, which means it sees its quarry and then hunts it, as its name suggests, a sighthound from Afghanistan. Some working on the desert plains, some on rockier climbs. They must be full of elegance and a light lift in their movement. Now on the table, the Basenji, 18 of them here for Mr. Woodcock today. His choice was this bitch, number 1936. This is a hunting dog from the Congo region of Africa. It worked by scent and sound, and it's thought to resemble a gazelle in its outline. This short body, long legs, this elegant neck, and these neat hooded ears. Should have a swinging stride and this double curled tail over the back. There is our winning Basenji, number 1936. Our judge now looking at the Basset Hound. 40 of them today for Mrs. Marion Hunt. She chose this dog, a tan and white dog, number 2051, as best of breed. So this, perhaps the most popular of the Basset varieties. The word Basset means low to ground. They're short-legged. They have to get their head down to take in the scent. The shorter-legged hounds in the group are scent hounds, hunting by scent. So they have shorter legs and can take in the scent. And on the table now, the Basset Fauve de Bretagne. Characterized by this colour, the rich red fawn colour, a wire top coat with softer undercoat. The head set off by draped fine ears. They have to have short legs but good ground clearance to keep them athletic, being able to go over rough terrain. Domed skull. And round he goes. There's our winning Basset Fauve.
With all best puppies in the Hound group, please go immediately to ring 28. All best puppies in the Hound group to ring 28.
And now
all best veterans in the Hound group will be judged in 27 in ring 27 in 15 minutes.
Thank you. Our judge now looking at the Grand Basset Griffon Vendéenne. This is the largest of the Basset varieties, largest and longest. It's a rustic dog. It's got a harsh, wiry top coat, soft undercoat, the domed noble head, fine ears which have a slight inward curl to them. It's thought that the ears, when the head is lowered, encase the scent to help the hound to do its work. And now the smaller variety, the cousin, the Petit Basset Griffon Vendéenne. David Bell judged 19 of them today and chose this dog, number 1989, as his best of breed winner. Everything about the Petit is more moderate than the Grand, which we've just seen. Medium length of back, the ears not so long, the foreface not so long, everything more moderate. But this is the variety of Basset which has become most popular in the show rings. Usually very good movers and great show dogs. Again, they must remain rustic, a rustic coat, not over trimmed or over presented. Our judge now looking at the beagle. 50 of them here today for Sigurd Wilberg. His choice was this dog, number 2094, as best of breed. It's a breed which our judge has bred in his home kennel in the past. Everything about the beagle is functional. Built to cover the ground effortlessly with good angulation, a soft head and expression, this level top line and the stern held aloft. Our winning beagle there is number 2094. Our judge now looking at the Borzoi. Miss Julia Clark, breed specialist, judged 32 of them today and chose this bitch, number 2115, as her best of breed winner. This is the wolfhound of the Russian aristocracy, much prized. The hunting festivals of the aristocracy, much garlanded. The hounds worked in pairs, bringing down the wolf, holding it at bay. They are perhaps one of the most glamorous of the hounds with this luxurious silky coat. But underneath that there is a sight hound, this muscular arched loin, should have a light long stride, the arch over the loin kept on the move. Now the Chineko Deletna.
It is a final call for all hound puppies to go to ring 28. Final call for all hound puppies to ring 28. And all hound juniors, please go to ring 1 now.
There is the very distinguished outline of the Chineko Deletna. This was used on the slopes of Mount Etna to hunt rabbits. Very popular as a hunting dog. It's thought that the Pharaoh hound, which we'll see later, has its ancestry, but this is smaller and finer, but those distinguished wedge-shaped head and large erect ears. Best of breed winners. The standard long-haired Dachshund, Jill Cross, judged 37 of them today. Her winner was this dog, number 2189. The Dachshund, or the Teckel dog of Germany, bred to track and hunt badger and other fox and hare. They're relatively low to ground, but should have some ground clearance, a level tail set. And here is the miniature variety of the long hair now. Albert White judged 33 of them and chose this dog, number 2197, as best of breed. All of the Dachshunds share the same standard, only differentiated by weight and coat. In the miniature sizes, it's recommended that of 11 pounds or 5 kilograms. At some shows, they're weighed in the judging process. This miniature long hair is a chocolate and tan. Type and soundness in a smaller scale. There is our miniature long-haired dachshund, number 2189. Thank you. Now on the table, the standard smooth dachshund. Red bitch, number 2231. And now the miniature smooth on the table. This one is number 2250. Again, Mr. Smith, pleasure of judging this variety. This is the variety which has become very popular. Breeders worked hard to improve the temperament. This one, a brindle, one of the rarer colours in the dachshund varieties. And now on the table, the miniature wire-haired dachshund. Ian Smith's choice again, this bitch, number 2336. Again, this is a variety which is very like the standard wires.
Junior stakes are delayed and will be judged in ring 14 after the junior group. Junior stakes will be judged in ring 14 after the...
Again, a wire top coat, harsh and crisp to the touch, softer undercoat. The wire coat gives it distinctive beard and eyebrows, but the whole body covered with a hard, crisp coat. Hounds, we come to a sight hound, the long-legged, elegant deer hound. Judged today by Graham Hill. As its name suggests, bred to course.
Please go to ring 1 now. All junior winners in the hound group to ring 1 now.
The elegant curving outline of the deerhound, as its name suggests, it's an original purpose for coursing deer. But earlier in history it was also used on wolves. And here, the prototype of all the sight hounds is the greyhound. The sight hounds distinguished by long legs, athletic, aerodynamic bodies with his arch over the loin, deep rib, cut up in the underline, and a smooth fall away over the croup to give them these curving lines of the sight hounds. Greyhounds, today judged by our Danish visitor, Charlotte Holer from Denmark. An entry of 10, she chose this bitch, number 2384. And here is a foxhound, the Swedish foxhound, the Hamilton Stovare. The Hamilton Stovare, the Swedish foxhound, takes its name from the Count Hamilton, who, when the breed was threatened with extinction, went to some remote valleys to find the remaining population to build up the breed again. This breed comes only in this rich tricolour pattern, and one of the idiosyncrasies of the breed is that, unlike many of the other hounds, the tail does not come above the level of the back when it's moving. There is our winning Hamilton, number 2394, sent forward by Keith Thornton. And now, a relative newcomer to the show rings in this country, the Harrier, used as a pack hound for hunting hares, originally hunting on foot, but now, as the hounds got faster and speedier, they are followed on horseback. Here, shown in traditional pack hound style, with the huntsman with bowler hat and white coat. The tricolour harrier in a setting which is perhaps not its usual, shown on the flags at the hound shows. Our winning harrier, number 2406. "29 Irish Wolfhounds here today for Mrs. Liz Stannard. She chose the dog number 2409 as best of breed. The gentle giant of the group. It's reputed that the Irish Wolfhound is the tallest breed in the world. Should be bred on curving lines, rough-coated, to get the combination of size and soundness, to give it athletic power and strength. There is our winning Irish Wolfhound, number 2409. Our judge now looking at the Norwegian elk hound. Keith Thornton judged them today from an entry of 11. He's chosen this dog, number 2442. The national breed of Norway. Hugely popular as a hunting dog. Everything about it makes it fit for function. It's got some Spitz characteristics in the wedge-shaped head, sharply pricked ears, this thick protective coat and high-set tail, and characterized by this shades of grey in the coat with harness markings over the shoulders. And now the Pharaoh Hound. Only two of them here today for Charlotte Holer from Denmark. Her choice was this bitch, number 2450. The name tells you that it can be traced back to the Pharaoh dynasty in Egypt, and you can see engravings of dogs like the Pharaoh on the tombs and the pyramids, with his distinguished wedge-shaped head, sharp erect ears, this elegance and curves in the outline, and above all the smooth ground covering action. There is our winning Pharaoh Hound, number 2450. Rhodesian Ridgebacks today, 94 of them here. Our winner was the bitch, number 2532. This is a breed which was originated in Rhodesia, now known as Zimbabwe, for tracking lions in the wild. Track the lions and hold them at bay till the guns came. They take their name from one of the breed characteristics, which is a ridge of hair which runs in the reverse direction along the spine, and two swirls of hair just behind the withers, a distinguishing feature of the breed. Combined in the Rhodesian Ridgeback. Saluki, sent forward by Charlotte Holer, and from a nice entry of 27 she chose this bitch, number 2571, of black and cream. Again, much prized by Bedouins in the east. Along with their Arab horses, they prized their hounds. Often the Saluki was carried in the saddle and set down on the plains when the quarry was sighted, and then they would go and search the game. The elegance and light lifting action of the Saluki. The dropping head carriage, a feature of the breed. And now, from the largest entry in the Hound group, the Whippets, 167 for breed specialist Russell Sykes. He's chosen as his best of breed winner this bitch, number 2571. Everything about the Whippet is about curves and elegance combined with athletic strength and power. This one of fawn and white. We see the sleek lines that arch over the loin, falling away gently to the tail set, and should have a smooth daisy cutting action. Any variety not separately classified hounds today. The winner was the Ibethan Hound, one of the rarer breeds in the hound group, originating the Isle of Malta and developed in Ibiza. The characteristics of a leggy hound, rather shallow in the chest and straighter in the shoulder than many of the hounds. And from the import register, we have number 2752. Number 2752, the Griffon Fauve de Bretagne. This is related to the Basset Fauve we saw earlier, but comes from another crossing with another longer-legged hound for ground coverage. The same rustic appearance on longer legs. What are the two numbers? And that completes the hands-on examination. Mr. Armstrong just walking around, reminding himself of what he found on hands-on examination. And soon we'll know which breeds are coming in to make up the short list for a second look. The Afghan is called forward. In comes the Petit Basset and the Beagle. Also coming in, the Chineko Diletna, the Standard Smooth Dachshund, and the Deerhound. The Harrier is called forward, and the Irish Wolfhound. The Pharaoh Hound is called in, and the Whippet. And there we have our shortlist for the Hound Group at Blackpool 2023. So I think they'll be coming back to the fence now. So the judge asking the individual circuits, giving themselves some space. Time to give them some space, please. Thank you, Beagle. Now the Chineko, the Dachshund, Standard Smooth. Thank you, Deerhound. And there goes our Harrier. And the Irish Wolfhound. And the Pharaoh Hound. And the Whippet coming in. So a long look before our judge calls for the boards, which decide which hound is coming back to represent the group in the Best in Show competition tomorrow. So the Blackpool Tower come out. They come out. The Afghan is the winner of the group. In second place is the Pharaoh Hound. For third place is the Petit Basset. And for fourth place is the Beagle. Well done to the others. Could I just tell you as they leave the ring that the Harrier representing the breed today is a working Harrier from the Holcombe Pack in Lancashire. So well done for them representing the breed here. Tom Roberts from the Blackpool Committee presenting the trophy for the Hound Group. Pharaoh in second place, the Petit and the Chineko. So a good lineup there, but it's the Afghan Hound we'll see coming back to represent the Hound Group. So lap of honour time, our winning hound, the Afghan. So photographs are taking place in the Secretary's office. And a big round of applause for our judge, Mr. Murray Armstrong. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we're just waiting for the last few Gundog Best of Breed winners, and then we'll get straight on, making good time here at Blackpool in the sunshine. Well, just waiting for the last couple of Best of Breed winners. In the Gundog group, please, up to the collecting ring so we can make a start on the Gundog group.
All best puppy in the Gundog group to ring 28 now. All best Gundog puppies to ring 28 now.
Shake them up. Just checking in the last few Best of Breed winners. We'll be underway shortly, ladies and gentlemen. We hope you enjoyed your day at Blackpool, weather getting better, and we hope some of you might get here tomorrow to watch the completion and the judging for Best in Show. Should be spectacular, plus Best Puppy, Junior and Best Veteran in Show. bring in the judge then. I'll bring the judge. Yeah, let's go for it.
All best veteran in the Hound group, judging will commence in ring 27 in 5 minutes. The veteran Hound group to ring 27, judging will commence in 5 minutes.
Right, and before we see our best of breed winners in the Gundog group, my pleasure to introduce the gentleman who's going to judge them. With over 50 years experience in dogs, he's bred champions in Irish setters. He's also owned Cocker Spaniels and also bred Cardigan Corgis in another group. A real dog man, gives CCs in 6 breeds in the Gundog group. Please welcome our Gundog group judge, Mr. Brian Limpus. And I think we're ready to see the first of our best of breed winners. Bring in the Bracco Italiano. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, give them a welcome in the big ring. Here's the English setter. Right. Next comes the German short-haired pointer. And the German wire-haired pointer. The Gordon setter. The Hungarian Vizsla. Next comes the Hungarian wire-haired Vizsla. Then the Irish red and white setter. And the Irish setter. Next comes the Italian Spinoni. Next, the large Munsterlander. And here comes the pointer. Now the curly-coated retriever, the flat-coated retriever, and the golden retriever. Next, the Labrador, and the Nova Scotia duck-tolling retriever. Then the first of the Spaniels, the American Cocker, the Clumber Spaniel, and the Cocker Spaniel. Next, the English Springer, the Field Spaniel, the Irish Water Spaniel, and the Welsh Springer. The Spanish Water Dog comes next, and the Chesapeake Bay Retriever has joined us, and the Weimaraner. And the Brittany comes forward from the not separately classified, and the Slovakian wire-haired pointer. So they'll come round and take up their positions.
This is the final call for all Gundog puppies to go to ring 28. All the Gundog puppies to go to ring 28. This is the final call.
Right, and our judge just taking in the first look in their outlines of our best of breed winners. Looking at the outline and their balance, often the first indicator of good breed type. Our judge will be measuring every dog against its breed standard, deciding which comes closest to perfection on the day, who puts on the performance and movement to get it to the top of this very competitive Gundog group. down past the Spaniel family, Field Spaniel, Irish Water, the Welsh Springer, Spanish Water Dog and the Chesapeake, so they can relax. But the first breed comes forward, the Bracco Italiano. Leif Herman Wilberg, one of our Norwegian visitors today, had 21. Nice entry for him. The winner was the bitch number 2757. This is a breed which is the versatile gun dog. It can hunt and find the game. It can point at game with the scent of game and retrieve them. The versatile hunt, point and retrieve. It's thought that the breed originated by crossing Gundogs with hounds. So you get the pliable skin of the hound, the scenting powers, the stamina for the Gundogs. They're a lean, athletic breed. There is the Bracco Italiano. And now the English setter from an entry of 56 from Mr. Richard Morris. He's chosen this Blue Belton dog, number 2812. The setters take their name because when they working on the moors, they pick up the scent of game and freeze or go into a set and freeze to indicate to the guns the location of the birds. Then they send in spaniels to flush them out for the guns. There is our English setter. The setter's all characterized by a lashing tail action on the move. And now forward, taking a long look at the outline of the German short-haired pointer. Specialist, Miss Downey, judged 68 of them today. And this bitch, number 2875, is her winner. Everything about the German short-haired pointer is fit for function. Unexaggerated, judge just feeling the hard texture of the coat. Standard angulation to allow it to cover the ground effortlessly with long strides. A muzzle with enough length to retrieve game. And here is our German short-haired pointer, the bitch number 2875. And now the German wirehead pointer. Patsy Hollings has judged 38 of them today and chose this dog, number 2934, as best of breed. The wirehead variety is really a separate breed. It's not just a German shorthaired with a rough coat. It's built more heavily, it's bigger, slightly longer, and with a thick double coat. Top coat, wiry, which gives it some whiskers and eyebrows, and the undercoat soft and protective. So the German wirehead pointer, the dog number 2934. And now from the setter family, The Gordon setter. David Bell judged 69 of them today and chose this dog, number 2991, as best of breed. The Gordon setter is the heavyweight of the setter family, more substantial in bone and rib, a stronger head type than the other setters, and characterized only by this rich black and tan pattern in the coat. Coal black with rich chestnut tan markings. Takes its name from the Duke of Gordon's estate. Duke of Gordon, responsible for developing the breed. The early breed was not always just black and tan, but a variety of colours, but then selective breeding settled it as a black and tan setter. The Gordon setter, number 2991. Now forward, the Hungarian Vizsla, Rui Oliveira from Portugal. Very nice entry for him. 69 of them. He chose this dog, number 3074, as best of breed. Everything about the Hungarian Vizsla is in moderation. This rich colour, russet gold, a rather greasy coat and skin, a gaunt and noble head, and should be able to stride out. Again, another versatile hunt, point and retrieve dog. Large nostrils to give it scenting power. There goes our winning Hungarian Vizsla. And now the Hungarian Wirehead Vizsla. Again, Rui Oliveira had a very nice entry. This Gundog specialist from Portugal. From an entry of 41, he chose this bitch, number 3109, as best of breed.
All best Gundogs in the junior group go to ring 1 now. All best Gundogs juniors to ring 1 now. All best veterans in the Hound group to ring 27 now. All best veterans in the Hound group to ring 27 now.
It's thought that the Hungarian Wirehead Vizsla was developed through crossing the Vizsla with a German Wirehead pointer, and the resulting stock from that formed the basis, the nucleus of the gene pool for the Hungarian Wirehead breed. Again, slightly heavier and stronger than the Vizsla. And again, this protective pinwire coat. The best coats don't carry a lot of furnishing, but we might see a little bit of beard, a little bit of eyebrow. And there is our winning Hungarian Wirehead Vizsla. And now the Irish red and white setter. Specialist Miss Henderson judged 19 of them today and chose this dog, number 3131, as best of breed. It's a breed with which our judge is well acquainted. The Irish red and white setter was perhaps the original of the Irish setters, coming in this pattern of pearly white background with islands and patches of red in the coat. However, when the red setter, the Irish setter, became established, it overtook the red and white in popularity, and this breed, the Irish red and white, was almost fell into decline and almost vanishing at the turn of the 19th into the 20th century. He's more strongly built than the Irish setter, which we'll see in a moment. Heavier in the head and stronger in the bone. It's athletic and strong rather than racy. There is our Irish red and white setter. And now here is the breed which our judge has bred and owned for many years, the Irish setter. Specialist Teresa Grisby judged 82 of them today and chose this dog, number 3218. And we see a very happy setter slashing tail as the judge goes over it. The Irish setter should look like a thoroughbred. It's racy in outline, which means it's got flowing lines through the neck and shoulder. Good length of body, a slight fall from the withers down to the tail set, and a good length of leg to give them this raciness. There is our winning Irish setter, the dog number 3218.
Would Hound, the steward, please go back to ring 14 immediately? Hound, steward, back to ring 14.
And now forward the Italian Spinoni.
Stakes are now being judged in ring 14. Junior stakes in ring 14 now.
Now the Italian Spinonis today, judged by Carol Coote. A nice entry of 42 for Carol. She chose this bitch, number 3268, as best of breed. Another of the Italian hunt, point and retrieve breeds, characterized by a distinctive outline, a fall from the withers, a rise to the loin, and a curve to the lower set tail, which wags like a metronome as it's going. The breed is said to have an almost human expression. A pounding trot, holding the distinctive top line on the move. Our winning Italian Spinoni, number 3268. Now the large Munsterlander, Mrs. Julie Darby, judged 36 of them and chose this dog, number 3336, as best of breed. As its name suggests, developed in the Munster area of Germany. It's thought that it has some German long-haired pointer, a rare breed, in its makeup. But selective breeding gave birth to this breed, which only is seen in this black and white or blue roan color. Often a solid black head or with just a white blaze or snip on its face. Multi-purpose, should have a slight slope from the withers to the tail set. Athletic and powerful, relatively modern, came into the country and was recognized only by our kennel club in 1971. In Germany, there's a smaller variety, the Klein Munsterlander, which is most frequently seen in liver and white. Now, pointers today, 89 of them here for specialist Mrs. Flo Barker, and she chose this bitch number 3411 as best of breed. The pointer, one of the aristocrats of the Gundog group, a series of gentle flowing curves give it this elegance of outline. Hugely popular with the landed gentry from the 18th century. They paid big money for stylish pointers, one of the most stylish of working gun dogs. This bee sting tail, this rather short, thick tail, lashing from side to side, as we see here. The head, a work in its scenting work. There are the smooth lines of the pointer. Now the Chesapeake Bay Retriever, 14 of them today for Mr. Irving. I'll try and get the number for you later. It was a late arrival, but this is the heaviest of the set, the Retriever breeds. Everything fit for function. It had to be to work in the icy and Chesapeake Bay, often taken out onto the water in boats, and when the ducks had been shot, the Retriever leapt into the water. The ducks and the geese. Big barrel ribs, a thick double oily coat, some strength in the head, strongly boned. Distinctive outline of the Chesapeake Bay there. And now forward, the curly-coated Retriever. Richard Morris judged 16 of them today. His winner was this bitch, number 3466. This is the tallest of the Retriever breeds. The curly coat Retriever takes its name from its coat, which are like tight astrakhan curls covering its body. Should have big barrel ribs, a wedge-shaped head, large dark eyes. This one in black. The breed also comes in liver. So there is our winning curly-coated Retriever. And now forward, the flat-coated Retriever sent forward by Leif Herman Wilberg of Norway. Nice entry of 84. This bitch, number 3472, was his choice for best of breed. This is the raciest of the Retrievers, a little longer, a little lighter in the body than the Labrador and the Golden Retriever. The head, a little lighter, slightly wedge in its moulding, but with a good length of foreface. The breed, always known as the happy flatcoat. They never stop their happiness and joy of living. It's seen in this wagging tail. It's another breed where liver is the other color. Just getting her going now. There is the Flatcoat Retriever, number 3472. Now one of the most popular of breeds in the country with the general public as a family companion. Here today at the show, 140 of them for Mrs. Pat Easton. Her choice was the bitch number 3653. The breed was developed in Scotland. It was known as the yellow retriever, becoming the golden retriever. The breed club still having special events in Scotland at the location where they were founded. There's our winning golden retriever. I gather it was a change of judge today. Mrs. Linda Best judged the breed. This is her choice in this bitch. 3653. And from the biggest entry in the Gundog group today, the Labrador, Mr. Parr, breed specialist, had 176 here. And here's his winner, this bitch, number 3715. A breed that comes from North America, from the Labrador Bay area, or St. John's as it was known. The breed was brought to the British Isles by traders coming to the southwest. And it was the gentry who developed the breed in this country to be the versatile and most popular of Gundogs. Again, hugely popular as a household companion as well, but in the field without equal for their retrieving qualities. They're built to be fit for function. This double coat, this hard top coat and soft undercoat, big ribs to give it flotation and stamina in the water, and an otter tail, a thick, densely coated tail acting as a rudder. And now one of the rarer and most individual of retrievers, the Nova Scotia duck-tolling retriever. 16 of them are here today for Rachel Bradley. The winner is this dog, 3890. It takes its name not only from where it was developed, Nova Scotia, in North America, but also it was a tolling dog, which means it was a decoy dog. It was used on the shores of the lake. Its activity and its wagging tail was said to attract the ducks within range of the guns. It comes in this red, often with white markings, which are not compulsory, but often we'll see white markings on the head, the toes, and the tip of the tail. The tail of the Nova Scotia is carried higher than the other retrievers. We see some white on its toes and chest here, and the tail carried high above its back. There is the Nova Scotia duck-tolling retriever. Now the first of the Spaniel family on the table now. The American Cockers today saw Mr. Tom Graham in the middle of the ring, an entry of 33 for him, and his choice was this bitch, number 3919. a black and tan bitch. The breed shares its ancestry with the Cocker Spaniel, which we'll see later. A dog from England, Obo II, sent to America in the late 19th century, Obo II, and he became the father of the breed. American breeders decided to move away from the English Cocker type to go for something which was a little smaller, more domed in the skull, bred for retrieving quail or small. And they have this distinctive sloping top line, this more luxuriant coat, and one of the differences, a sloping top line and a Now forward, the Clumber Spaniel. Richard Morris judged 8 of them today. His winner was this dog, number 3934. One of the heavier of the Spaniel family. Takes its name from Clumber Park, the estate in Nottingham owned by the Duke of Newcastle. And it's thought that in the 80s, one of the theories is that he received some dogs from France, where the owners were in the midst of the French Revolution and some of the early. But certainly they're an ancient spaniel, characterized by this rich lemon and white or orange and white color, the largely white body coat with some head markings and some ticking in the muzzle and on the legs. There's the Clumber Spaniel, best of breed, 3934. Now on the table, the Cocker Spaniel. Sue Telford, breed specialist, had a very good entry of 120 and chose this bitch, a blue roan bitch, number 3953. As best of breed. We've seen the American Cocker just a few dogs earlier. This is the archetype, the Cocker Spaniel. Everything should be compact and cobby on the Cocker Spaniel. Big ribs, a short back, a rounded bottom and a lower set tail. It gets the epithet the merry cocker from the ever-wagging tail, which we see here, even on the table, wagging its tail, the joy of living in the Cocker Spaniel. Everything free from exaggeration on the Cocker. And there she goes, that tail wagging like a metronome. The head should be soft expression, good length of muzzle. And round she goes. The winning Cocker, 3953. Now, the highest on the leg of the Land Spaniels is the English Springer Spaniel. Miss Dunson, a breed specialist, judged 41 of them today and chose this dog, 4076, as best of breed.
Best veterans in the Gundog group, please go now to ring 27. All best Gundog veterans to ring 27.
The English Spaniel, the English Springer Spaniel, was at one stage known as the Norfolk Spaniel because it was very popular on the Duke of Norfolk's estate. It's the highest on the leg. It should be good length of leg, rectangular in its body shape, and with this characteristic swinging front stride. They're called springers because before gunpowder was invented, the dogs were used to spring forward and drive the birds from the undergrowth into nets. They sprang forward, hence known as the Springer Spaniel. And now the ancient land spaniel, the field spaniel. Jane Graham judged 28 of them today and chose this dog, number 4129, as best of breed. It was a breed which was developed in the Midlands in the 19th century. A size between the cocker and the springer. Characterized by this noble head, this long foreface, almond-shaped eyes, delicately chiseled under the eyes. It has a look of quality, one of the hallmarks of the breed. Its gait should be one of a leisurely, distinct stride. A good length of stride, never hurried or bustling. Characteristic of the breed is that it doesn't go with the bustle of a cocker, but a long, steady stride. There is our field spaniel, number 4129. This one a solid liver. We see them also in black and tan, liver and tan, and also in roans, which are the rarest of the colours. The Irish Water Spaniel, another one with the ever-wagging tail. It's said that they have a clownish temperament. And look how happy it is to see the judge wagging her tail furiously. Number 4138, the choice of Yvonne Billows today. Although it's called a spaniel, the Irish Water Spaniel, when it works in field trials, it goes alongside the retrievers, largely because of the size and its way of working. It's thought that the poodle is in the ancestry of the Irish Water Spaniel. Hence we see this long foreface, the almond-shaped eyes, and the coat, which is a weatherproof, oily coat with some curl to it. And they are very clownish in temperament, very outward going. One of the main books on the breed is called A Bundle of Rags in a Cyclone. And that's what living with the breed is like. They're clownish, exuberant, and full of fun. There's our winning Irish Water Spaniel, number 4138. Now forward, sent by David Bell from an entry of 31 Welsh Springers, we have this dog, number 4165. The Welsh Springer, ancient breed of Wales, smaller than the English Springer, about an inch smaller, rather lighter in the head. It should be moderate length of leg, moderate length of back. And this rich chestnut and white is the only colour in which you see the breed. It's thought that the Cocker Spaniel played a part in its development. The Welsh Cocker, also playing a part in the development of the orange and white Cocker Spaniel. Here we have the very stylish Welsh Springer, number 4165. Same function as a Springer Spaniel, used to drive the birds from the undergrowth into nets. And now a very versatile dog in the Gundog group, the Spanish Water Dog. Doug Telford judged 17 of them and chose this bitch, number 4180. This is very popular in its native Spain, not only as a working dog, but as a family companion. Not only could it be used as a gun dog for retrieving game and as a great water dog, but it also was used for herding sheep and cattle and as a water dog, helping fishermen. This coat, one of the characteristics of the breed, a thick, dense, curly coat, should be absolutely natural, untrimmed, it's unshaped, rustic, and unsculptured. It's perhaps clipped off completely once a year, and when it looks very different, more streamlined without its coat. But this is in full coat and should look like a rustic working dog. There's the Spanish Water Dog, 4180. Now from the Weimaraner ring, an entry of 59. The winner here is number 4195. A male, the dog of the Weimar Republic, the grey ghost dog. Shades of grey, the only colour in which the breed comes. Known as the grey ghost dog because of the colour and the lighter shade of the eyes, which are lighter when excited and dilated. This is a breed which is an all-purpose gun dog. It's solidly built. It should have some length to its body in a long rib cage, a good chest, a noble head, and strong bone. There is our winning Weimaraner, number 4195. Round he goes. Now from the any variety not separately classified classes today, Tom Graham chose this Brittany, number 4258, a dog, as best of those classes. Developed in France, northern France, in the area of Brittany, one of the most popular breeds in France. Very popular both as a household companion, but the national shows get hundreds of entries in the breed. They are an all-purpose gun dog. They used to be known as Brittany Spaniels, but they do more than the work of a spaniel. They can hunt and flush game. They can point it and retrieve it. They are cobby, quite big-ribbed, short in the body, and only moderate angulation at both ends, which means you get a brisker stride. They're not long striding. They're sharp and brisk and hold this top line. Here, very nice, brisk gait to show off the typical gait of the Brittany. And finally, from the any variety import register, Tom Graham chose this Slovakian. The number is number 4263, a male. It's thought that the breed has some Weimaraner in its background and some other setter breeds. The wire coat gives a distinguishing feature. This rough coat comes in solid colours of grey and brown and trout coloured, but also party colour, as we see here. Our judge just looking at, feeling the coat texture. They were brought into this country not so much as show dogs, but as working dogs, hugely successful and popular as a working dog, but now a few of them making the show ring, as we see here, and very glad to see it. Our winner from the import register, the Slovakian Wafred Pointer, number 4263. And that completes the hands-on examination. A big group which fills the ring here at Blackpool. A lot to think about for our judge. 30 plus breeds here. Reminding himself of what he found on hands-on examination, which is closest to perfection in its breed standard, which has put on the performance and has moved well. A lot to take into consideration at this level. Long look in the retriever corner, going on to the other retrievers, the flatcoat and the golden and the Labrador, the Nova Scotia Ducktoller. So the group made up from retrievers, spaniels, setters and pointer, and the HPR. So it's a richly varied group. The scenting dogs used to locate the game for the guns. Spaniels used to flush them out of the undergrowth. Retrievers, obviously to retrieve them to their owners. And then there's some who do everything, the HPRs. They could do everything, the real versatile all-rounder Gundog. The rarer breeds, the Slovakian in the corner, Spanish water dog. Just having a look at the heads and expressions, the hallmarks of the breed in many of them. A big group, judge taking his time to take in the details. Details make the difference. And it's a tall order here to get them down to a short list from this big, big group. Now in comes the German short-haired pointer. Give them a hand, ladies and gentlemen. In comes the Vizsla. The Irish setter. From the top, the pointer. The flat-coated retriever. The Cocker Spaniel. The English Springer Spaniel. The Weimaraner. And there we have our shortlist for the Gundog group. Well done to you others. Lovely group, very competitive. Well done on representing the breeds in this big ring at Blackpool. Now, we'll just hear what we're going to go out and back, I believe, and then round. We'll just wait till we've got the out and back. Judge just checking the movement, hind and front movement. And then right round, give them a hand, give them some support, ladies and gentlemen. There's our German short-haired pointer. The same for the Vizsla, out and back. This dog sent forward by Rui Oliveira from Portugal. And round he goes. There's russet, rich chestnut colouring. Now, there's a specialist choice, the Irish setter. The racy outline, lashing tail of the Irish. And here, the pointer. It's all the style of the pointer with the slashing tail, lifting its head high as if it was scenting game. Round she goes, our winning pointer sent in by Flo Barker from the breed. And here's the retriever, the flat-coated retriever, still full of running, lashing a tail. Representing the retrievers here in the final. And now the turn of the Cocker Spaniel, the Blue Roan Cocker. Again, another one with a wagging tail. Round she goes. And the English Springer Spaniel. The distinctive stride. There's the distinctive reaching stride of the English Springer. And finally, the Weimaraner, all-purpose dog from Germany, the Grey Ghost dog. So there's the final lineup. Who is coming back tomorrow to compete for Best in Show? As silence falls, while Mr. Limpus decides the towers are coming out. Who is going to be sent to the tower and come back tomorrow? Where's the handshake going? It's going to the Cocker Spaniel. The Cocker Spaniel in second place, the English Springer Spaniel. For third spot, the flat-coated Retriever. And in fourth place, the Pointer. So there we are. The Cocker Spaniel winning the group. Well done to the other four, very strong group here, but it's the Cocker who will come back tomorrow. Big thank you for Mr. Limpus, a very tough job he had there. Gary Shirt from the Blackpool, for representing Blackpool show, giving out the trophy. Shortly we'll see a lap of honour, the rosettes going out to Mr. Wildman, handler of the Cocker here. And before you go home, ladies and gentlemen, it's been great to see you here. Can we have a final round of applause for our winners of the Gundog group, led by the winner, the Cocker Spaniel. Ladies and gentlemen, good to see you all here on this lovely afternoon. We hope you've enjoyed your day here. I hope some of you might get back to see the Best in Show judging tomorrow. If not, safe journey and see you here next year. Thank you and good evening.